Hi all, welcome to the virtual fundraising course. Today what we're going to be doing is talking about how to begin your GoFundMe campaign. My name is Jenny Trumpa, Director of Admissions for Up With People, and I'm so excited to help you make one of the best GoFundMe campaigns ever. What we've done is we have talked to some other students who have had GoFundMe campaigns and have been very successful with their GoFundMe campaigns. And what we've done is we have utilized some of their best tips and practices and come up with a template for you to be able to use when creating your GoFundMe campaign. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about your letter. So when you create a GoFundMe campaign, you're going to need to create an intro letter, a letter of introduction, introducing yourself, who you are, what it is you're doing, and why you are doing it, and why you're looking for support. So today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go over the sponsorship letter and talk about how you can customize it to suit your needs and your audience, who is also the people that the people that are on your list. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and we're gonna look at this document together. All right, so let's see here if we can get this to come up. All right, here we are. So this is our template. And I just want to walk you through this so that you, when you're creating your letter, you're going to understand how best to create your letter. So we're going to go through the first paragraph, which is the introduction. Hello, my name is, and of course you would give your name. You're going to talk about what you're doing. Are you a senior at a high school or are you working? So you're just going to talk about that there. I was recently accepted to travel in the International Leadership Program Up With People beginning in July. Or if it's for a program date in January, you would, of course, say January. Up With People is a global education organization whose mission is to bridge cultural barriers and create global understanding through service and music. What sets the Up With People program apart from other student programs is that the time we spend and involvement we give in each community. We live with host families and participate in service board opportunities as well as put on a show at the end of each week. So this is your basic introduction paragraph. You're talking a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the organization that you got accepted to travel in. Now, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna talk about the main reason why you're excited to travel in Up With People. There are several different things that you can choose. You can choose a little bit of all of them, or you can focus on just one. I would recommend focusing on just one and maybe highlights of one or two of the others, but I wouldn't necessarily write about all three. So what I'm gonna do is just briefly overview this right here, this section. So you're gonna say one of the main reasons I'm excited to travel and Up With People is the ability to, and then let's say that your interest lies with traveling. So for example, you could say, travel to communities and discover cultures around the world, yada, yada, yada. So again, just picking on one of those, you would most likely want to talk about all of those bullet points in that paragraph, but you can also customize it to make it work best for you. I first learned about Up With People when. So now we're going to talk about how you found out about Up With People. Either your parents or an alumni told you about their travels, and then you can elaborate on that a little bit. Or Up With People came to your town, and you can talk a little bit about that. Maybe you were involved with the cast when the cast came. Or perhaps you were a host family. So maybe at some point in your lifetime, you hosted an Up With People cast member, and maybe you want to talk a little bit about that in your sponsor letter. So just again, pick one of those areas and talk a little bit about how you learned about Up With People. Next, we're going to go into one more section, which is after traveling and Up With People. So what do you intend to do after traveling and Up With People? This is where sponsors like to know what Up With People is going to do for you and how you are then in turn going to be able to contribute back to the community. So let's think about that a little bit. After Up With People, do you intend to go back to college? Do you intend to begin your career? What will be your anticipated major? So you can talk all about those things in this paragraph as well. Maybe you want to contribute back to the community when you come back to your hometown. And maybe you can talk a little bit about that, how becoming a global citizen is only going to enhance the people that you surround yourself with when you come back to your community. So you might want to be able to talk a little bit about that as well. So here in the final section, we're going to talk about the tuition to travel. The tuition to travel is $17,450, and a portion of the funds will be raised through, how are you going to raise a portion of the funds? Will it be through a part-time job, or perhaps it's savings, or perhaps it's a loan that you'll take out? Maybe you want to sell your car. So these are all things that you can talk about in this little section. You want to keep it short, but to the point. So you're asking here, this is where you're going to ask, would you please consider helping me in my endeavor? I want to let you know, people want to help. People want to contribute, and they want to give. People have the funds to give, and they're looking for organizations, and they're looking for people to help. So please understand that, and please know that when you're asking for people to help you, most of the time people they want to, and they're looking for organizations and causes to contribute to, and you're enabling them to be able to help with your cause. So you're going to ask them if they would be able to help you in this endeavor. If you still might have, hesitations to ask for funds from people, another way that you can word this is to say, who do you know that would like to help me in my cause? I'm looking for people that could help me. Who do you know who could help me? Or do you know of anyone that can help me? That's an indirect ask. You're not necessarily asking that person, but you're indirectly asking if they know of anyone. So many times, again, the person that you're asking that question to will say, oh, well, I want to help. I want to help you out. And they'll freely be able to donate some funds to your cause. So just know that those are some really great ways that you can ask for the funds and ask for support. Let's see, the last thing that we're going to do is give something back to them. So what I like to do is have students or participants say that in return that you would be able to or willing to send a postcard or some sort of story or some sort of experience that you've had on the road, and thanking them for helping you get there and have that experience, and really relaying that message to the person that helped you and saying, things like, this wouldn't have been possible without your donation. Just giving them that thank you letter. And you might even say, is there a special date that you would like me to send this postcard to you? Would it be perhaps on your birthday or an anniversary, or perhaps even from your favorite city of our tour? So these are all just ways that you can also contribute back and say thank you to the people that have supported you and donated to your cause. I hope that this little template helps you create an engaging and magnificent letter for your sponsors. So your challenge today, your little homework item of the day, is to create your own letter. Tomorrow what we'll be doing is we will be plugging in your letter to your GoFundMe campaign. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.